Let's call this meeting to order here from the Koochiching Sanitary District on the 17th of December. Note that Robert is not here. He's in Florida, and the rest are all here. We're good. Got Darcy, okay, Stacy. Anything from the audience? Oh, that's next. We got the minutes. Agenda. Sorry, work on the agenda. Anything need to be
Motion.
added?
I'll so move to accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the agenda. Any discussion? Call the question?
Aye.
I'll vote yes. Public comment? Anybody here for that? Nope. All right, we'll go into the minutes then from November 19th. I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Call the question.
Aye.
Okay, disbursements. Anything there for us,
Well,
Kyle?
we have 2 more sets of minutes to approve.
Oh, I didn't see that, I'm sorry. Minutes from the committee,
I'll move on the budget committee.
budget committee first and then the finance committee, I'm sorry. We got a motion on the budget committee. Second?
Second.
Second, Mike. Any discussion? Call the question.
Aye.
Motion carried. We'll go to the finance committee.
So move.
Move to accept those. Second.
Second.
Second from Mike. Or Tim, I'm sorry. It's only Harley now. Any discussion? Call the question.
Aye.
Motion carried. Now we'll do the disbursement. Disbursement.
Disbursements, nothing out of the ordinary. We have a couple, we could see we got the ferret from Hawkins. That was a large number. And we got the bugs, the winter bugs, so that was another large one on the last page.
Okay. Okay, entertain a motion on paying the disbursements.
So moved.
Motion, a second. Any discussion on?
Who was my second?
Yeah, Don.
I heard a couple voices there.
Any discussion? Any other questions on it? You see? If no questions, we'll call for question. Excuse
For
me.
you to say.
Call the question.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next we have the financials.
Budget versus actual, looks pretty good. Remember, this is up to November. So in January, we'll be seeing the December end of the year stuff, but if you want to look at the bottom line, you'll have to remember that you have to add in our capital improvement fund, which is $450,000. So we're sitting pretty good right now.
Any other questions on the financial? Put them aside for the auditor then. Old business. Budget update.
Staff reports.
For staff reports first, I'm sorry. I skipped one again.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, board members. Last time I mentioned about the boiler, the burner for the boiler, we did have Twin Cities boiler here, and he came up and looked at the piping and stuff on the boiler. He just had to confirm some piping sizes for supplying the methane and stuff to the new burner. We don't have a price yet on the burner, but he said it should be real soon. So that's what we're waiting on as far as that. We also, the hot water return lines, there's a couple hot water return lines that have to be rerouted. So when the time comes, we'll have that done and have that ready for him when we get the pricing for the burner and get that all approved. And when we move forward with that, we'll make sure that hot water return lines are all rerouted for them and ready to go. Also, we're still working on the permit, just slowly but surely. We're working on that a little by little. You know, we got a lot of time, but we're just gradually filling in all the applications and stuff as we need to, and as we get time, we take care of it, getting on it. Lab certification, that's all renewed for 2025. That's been accepted by the MPCA. So that's all completed. And also, we have our biosolids annual report coming up here in December 31st, it's due. So we are working with Boss Agricultural to get that done.
Has there been trouble with that before or something, or?
Well, we had a few things that were wrong on there, but that's all taken care of now. So now it's just the annual report for last year's cropping here. Otherwise, it's just daily maintenance and plowing and staying on top of everything. That's all I have.
Thanks.
Any questions for him? Great.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Just an update, I reached out to Senator Hochschild and Representative Scraba to talk about, our legislation to reform the board. And Senator Hochschild's office has already put in a request to the Senate Council to redraft the bill for 2025 legislative session. So that's good news. And I'm still trying to get a hold of Representative Scraba's somebody there. I've been trying to get through to his aide and with no avail, so I'm gonna get his direct number. Just give him a little call and say hello. So, and we received a letter from the League of Minnesota Cities Insurance Trust, and we will be getting a dividend back of $1,400. So that's nice. We usually do get some type of a dividend back at the end of the year. This year they had $3 million to give back to their members. And at the January board meeting, we will be electing new officers and hearing the third and final reading on the budget, which you'll see the budget under old business. But our next budget meeting is January 13th at 8 a.m. for those on the budget committee. And then February 1st, because we changed that in our bylaws, John Bruggeman, Mike Holden, Walt Buller, and Don Billig's terms are up February 1st of 2025. So I'll be sending letters to their respective boards or councils to reappoint them again.
Who's up?
Huh?
Who's up again?
There's 4 of you, because when I pulled my sheet, you and Mike Holden are up as well.
Okay.
So it's John Bruggeman, Mike Holden, Walt Buller, and Don Billig. So just to make sure that they want to reappoint them. Hopefully they will. And that's all I have, unless you have something for me.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Now we'll move on to the old business. Budget.
You have the budget in front of you, and everything highlighted in blue is from basically for the changes for the second reading. Everything in yellow you've seen at the first reading. And I just leave it that way so that you can see each time the changes we're making. The things that aren't highlighted, like telephone, our income on effluent, those will still change. Those numbers will change after we get into January. So you'll see them at the January final reading of the budget. The boiler is going to be one of our larger projects. We are going to try to see if we can go through PFA for that.
Greg, our estimate on this that we budgeted for, is that an estimate that they've given you for the boiler cost possibly, or haven't you got one? Have they given you an estimate on their boiler cost?
Not yet, no.
Still waiting.
Still waiting on it.
On any numbers? Okay.
We also budgeted a new truck. What do we call it?
Boom truck?
Boom truck.
Yeah.
So, because it's so extensive with the boom truck, to try to just, like, he sent Greg a bunch of information and Greg shared it with me, but to try to go through it and look at all the features and do we need this and that. If and when the board at their January meeting approves that expense, then I think probably Greg and one of the other guys will drive down and actually physically look at the trucks and talk with the people. I think it would be much easier and probably, a little better for us financially to get what we actually need and not what.
So we're gonna buy a new one, or are we gonna rehab the,
We're gonna buy a new one and hopefully, we don't know if they take trade-ins. Greg, chime in anytime.
I don't think, well, we'll see if they'll take them on trade, but I
Yeah.
asked them and they didn't really seem interested. But
If the board wants, we can try and sell them outright to another city or something.
put them on bids or whatever you wanna do. But we definitely need a bigger truck.
bigger?
We need a bigger truck. We need a bigger boom.
For hoisting.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Because you're getting some big pumps,
there's a few pumps that
heavy.
they're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And
Let's
and
try
that
to
boom
get,
has all it can do to handle it.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
well, let's try to get the word out that we need a bigger one. We're not just buying new, but get new.
You mean the reason why?
You-
Well,
What are you
the
saying?
taxpayer, you.
Yeah, I got that. Just say, hey,
We're
the
over.
boom needs
Yeah.
to be bigger,
Yeah.
to handle the big pumps.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say.
Well, that other truck's in 08,
Yeah, and that's old.
and the other one's in 84, sitting over there.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep the old one, the 84,
I don't know, it's up to you guys, but I don't think we need to keep it. We get one brand new one
yeah,
that's bigger,
yeah,
should be able to take care of everything we have.
yeah. And also, we can work for other people too, we can contract, right? Somebody needs us to lift something heavy.
Yeah.
Something heavy?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. Just put a
You know, I
good.
talked to
Yeah,
electric
that's a good idea though. Let the taxpayers know that we need,
Definitely.
because we got heavier pumps and stuff now, bigger. Plus,
Well, that's a safety factor too.
safety
Yeah.
factor, you don't wanna drop one of them.
No.
Get it halfway up the well and then snaps on you or something.
Well, our effluent lift station right now, if we don't have the boom all the way up, it won't lift them.
Yeah,
And then if we do get it up, sometimes it releases and it
yeah, then it's slipping.
It's slipping.
Yeah,
It's struggling.
sure.
But I talked to Electric Pump about used trucks too, but they said you don't want one of our trucks.
Okay,
Yeah, they're going every
there you
day.
go.
They're on the road every day,
Yeah.
a lot of miles. When they get rid of them,
Yeah,
they've been used.
No, I think it'd be best to go for a new one, correct? And then dispose of the other ones through bids or some way.
So So that was all
Go
the
ahead.
comments that I had, unless you have
Do we have
questions.
some funds budgeted for this, or is this an expense we were not
It's in
foreseeing?
the budget,
Okay,
so we'll work around that,
all right.
and yes, we will have the funds to cover it.
I like the idea of sending, like Greg and whoever with him to go look. They used to do that with me when we get a new boom truck and it was getting built. They'd send me down to take a look at it and kind of go over what's getting done. And, I had 3 different boom trucks in my career, and it was kind of nice going down and looking at it,
Yeah,
as it's being built. Or, so you had some say in it a little bit.
right.
Yeah.
I think even to look at it before we even get the total specs out there, because I'm sure there's options out there, Greg, that you guys could probably use that you're not even aware of,
Yeah,
There's a lot of new stuff in this,
Yeah.
in the industry out there.
Oh,
and
sure,
I think it'd be
yeah.
best to look at it even
Yeah.
before we decide on which one you want, just to make sure that it has the features on it that you can use and that you would want on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I guarantee you Greg will not buy anything we don't need.
Right.
He's very good at watching our dollars.
That's not, I didn't mean it that way, I mean that we should get the stuff you do need though. I mean,
Exactly.
get some new features. If there's something on there that makes it easier remote, or if there's something that makes something easier, go for it, because it's probably gonna be here for another 20, 25 years too.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
set it up right. Anything else? That's it?
Unless
Okay.
somebody's got
Any more
questions.
questions for Kelly? No? Okay, move on to the new business then. What's that first one about?
Waterley Aquaworks, it's just our bill, we have a contract with them.
Okay.
And so, but I told Stacy I do not want to pay this until January, but, because that's when our contract goes till the end of December, and I want it to come out of next year's budget, so. We have it, but we're not gonna pay it quite yet.
And next item.
North Cooch, East Cooch contract.
Yeah. So where we at on those then?
Pardon me?
Did we approve them today?
Yes, so then Don can take it to his meeting on Thursday. So you have the 2025 service contract with East Cooch, which I have updated. And you notice the highlighted yellow last year. We changed that last year, and I just left it highlighted for this year. Right now, they'll provide 1,080 hours per year. And then anything over that, we bill them at the end of the year.
Any questions on the contract?
And I do have the monthly breakdown, if anybody'd like to see it.
You have a motion to approve the East Cooch contract?
So make, second.
Motion by John,
John and Mike.
John and Mike. Second by
This has
Mike.
been a pretty good, I mean, there's been no big arguments over this.
Nope.
Nice.
I mean, to me, this thing is working really good. But,
That's good, Don.
Okay, any discussion on it? Any more? Call the question.
Aye.
All right.
Contract's approved.
well, people have commented on that good service that they get. I know in the past they have. They said they lived in other places that had that similar type of thing, but they never got the response like they do here. We have, plenty of people to take care of a quick response.
Thank you. All right, we'll go on to the audit.
The audit agreement, I have the copy on my desk, but what that is just explains what our auditor will do and that we allow it and basically entering a contract with them to do our audit. So we need a motion on
And
it.
there's no real changes, it's just basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need a motion
Annual
to
audit.
approve the auditor,
That Walker, Drew, and Honey.
the hire of the auditors.
I'll move that. I'll make that motion.
Mike, motion by Mike, second?
Second.
Second, Brian? Any other discussion on the auditor contract?
They do a good job for us, really good job. And if I have questions during the year or something, Tom Kelly, he gets back to me right away.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Call the question.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next meeting is 21st of January.
And with funds to be transferred. Right above it.
Oh, yeah.
$14,659. Okay. Any other business? Anything needs to come before us? Well, we'll see on the 17th of January. Meeting's adjourned.